Yannick Pandor, take your flowers. This guy was a delight to watch between the sticks for the Comorians. I must say, going into this game, we all knew that, it was going to be a case of David versus Goliath. And, Morocco was going to crush this side. That's what we all thought. Because we know that Comoros did not qualify for the AFCON last year, or the last edition. Comoros was not part of it then. So, coming back, we're expecting that Comoros maybe must have lost their flair, will not be able to do anything against Morocco. But they shocked us. Yannick Pandor, I must say, take your flowers, man. This guy was exceptional. Exceptional player. The qualifiers, it's so intense that at one point we do not actually have time to look at all of these players. And that is why AFCON is a revelation tournament, a tournament that reveals stars. And Yannick Pandor has shown us that is one of the top goalkeepers on the continent. And I can't wait for his next game. Hello everybody, welcome. It's Oni Sport. I am Oni Ladanet and this is AFCON Unlocked with Oni. See, I'm always excited when it's AFCON season because I get to see the continent's greats, the continent's best, the continent's talented crop of players and teams. And the opener has actually just watered my test and I can't wait for the other games to be played. But now let's get into the game proper. Going to this game, we know how he always does his thing. Wide regagi. He knows that Morocco is going to get possession football. They're going to handle the ball. They're going to carry the ball to the Comoran side. And Comoros was like, you know what? We don't need to run after you. You guys are going to come to us. And they did exactly that. A very low block that was frustrating to the Moroccans. And you could see it. Their passes, their execution, nothing was working. And guess what? The huge blow is that penalty miss. Ooh, I must say, Sofiane Rahimi's penalty miss was such a devastating moment for the player. Because after that moment, we did not even see the player again. The man that had to be the front man for Morocco became inexistent because he did not expect that. Every country should be given the joy of hosting the Africa Cup of Nations. Like, we should not have countries host consecutively or countries host in 5 years. Because what I've seen with every host is the joy of hosting an AFCON. We should give it to everybody to host the AFCON. We saw this player, Morocco has gone to the World Cup and reached the semi-finals. They have made the continent proud. But hosting an AFCON and winning is a joy that everybody should be able to experience. You saw this team, the way he was so down after missing that penalty. He felt like he had destroyed all the over 60,000 supporters that were in the stands cheering Morocco to victory. But I won't say all 60,000 were Moroccans because we also had Comorians as well. But the game was such an intriguing one. For anybody that watches the game, you would know that watch the game, you would know that this game was such an intriguing one. At one point, I kept thinking, maybe Morocco is not going to win. Maybe these guys are not going to be able to make it out of this game unscarred. Maybe. But it had to do with Real Madrid. Talk about Diaz. Oh my God. Ibrahim Diaz in the second minute or in the second half of that game at the 55th minute, it just had to be him to shake the net. And he did that for Morocco. And the beautiful thing about the game was El Kaabi Ayoub's goal at the 74th minute. If we talk about Morocco having depth in the squad, talk about a young player like Ibrahim Diaz, 25 years of age, and he's been able to open scores for Morocco in their AFCON, and talk about Ayoub, El Kaabi, who is 32 years of age and was able to double the lead, to tell you how much depth. Is it experience? Is it youth? Which one do you want? They have it in quantums. Honestly, Morocco, kudos to you. And I think it's that kind of tournament where you're going to grow. You're going to grow from it. The first game wasn't the best. And, their moves in the first half was very predictable. In the second half, we saw a little bit of changes and all. And also some substitutions that he made actually paid off, which I think it's a great one. But you cannot ride Morocco or Comoros in this game. Comoros, especially with their talisman. Talk about the man between the sticks, Ayoub. Yannick Pandor. Oh, Yannick Pandor. I can't wait to see what he does in the upcoming games. I think I've seen a stat on Twitter that talks about how they have said there were 7 penalties in the last 5 months. Let me tell you, this player it's making his debut to the Africa Cup of Nations. Actually, Yannick Pandor, the funny thing about all of this is Yannick Pandor is making his debut in the Africa Cup of Nations. This guy was not there back in 2022 or in 2021 AFCON when Comoros made her debut in Cameroon. And since they did not qualify for Cote d'Ivoire 2023, guess what? They are back in Comoros, or they are back in Morocco. And Pandor, 24-year-old, actually just had to shine. I'm thinking, I'm sitting back and thinking, RC Lens is actually crying. They're actually crying because this side, they actually loaned Pandor to the Belgian side, Frank Borens, and now they're looking at it. This guy, see, is his moment to shine and is actually dominating the charts. I can't wait to see what they do. Now, my own prediction in this game, or my own prediction in this Group A, I believe is going to be Morocco and Mali out. Morocco and Mali will qualify out of the group stages. Now, I don't want to know, Mali has to go to the second round. I just love when Mali is in the tournament. Mali has to go to the second round. I want to see this team in the second round, and I want to see this team all the way. They've always struggled. They give us good football, but something just happens and this team doesn't go far. And Comoros, I actually want to see Comoros stay for a very long time. I want Comoros to maybe make it out of the group as one of the best third, so I want them to be there. I don't really rate Zambia a lot. I don't really rate Zambia. If Zambia makes it out of the group, it would be a surprising factor to me. So I don't really rate Zambia. But my two strong contenders out of that group, I'm talking about Morocco and Mali. So tell me, where did you watch the game? What did you think of the game? Because I think what faulted or what affected the Comorians was the second half. They had defended a lot in the first half. They got tired. And also the coach actually opted for a more higher block, no longer a low block. It went to a mid block, and Morocco got to use that opportunity and just slot the second through a bicycle kick by none other than Ayoub El Kaabi. But it was such an interesting game, and I want to hear from you. Tell me, what do you think of that game? What do you think of that game? Who was your standout performer? Pandor takes it home for me as my standout performer, but I actually want to hear from you. Who was your standout performer? Leave it in the comment section below. Do make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notification bell. Let's talk AFCON. We're going to unlock the AFCON with me, Oni Ladanet Ondesa. Stay tuned.